Desperados 3 is the most fun I had in this godforsaken 2020, the year of viruses, politics, and media lies. First of all, it takes us to the place that looks far better than our own world. Second, it has a lot of humor, and third, it's addicting and fun. So let's go to sections and rate the game properly. First section is the story. Desperados 3 is a prequel that follows the story of young cowboy John Cooper, how he became the man who killed El Diablo himself, how he met with his companions Kate and Doc. I'll be honest here, Cooper in this story doesn't feel like Cooper from Desperados Wanted Dead or Alive. He feels young, naive, stupid. I had a feeling like Isabel, Kate, Doc, and even the dumbass Hector were far smarter than him on many occasions. I don't like the fact that Cooper was made into a bitch from a mastermind planner in Wanted Dead or Alive. He was confident, a real general of tactics, and in Desperados 3 he just feels lame. His story arc is quite good though. My opinion is divided for the story section. On one side I hate it, on the other side I love it. Cutscenes are done in game's engine, and that's a huge downgrade from cinematics in Wanted Dead or Alive, and 20 years passed since then, you know. I get it, devs are not the same. I love the devs, they're great by the way. Writers are different, but younger players will love the story, especially if they never played Wanted Dead or Alive. My score for the story, since I'm divided, will be 5 out of 10. Game bugs and optimizations. Amazing. I had only 2 minor bugs in the entire game, and I've spent a lot of hours playing it. Campaign, speedruns. God knows how many hours I got on speedruns right now. Challenges. There are no glitches, no crashes. A finished product is a rare thing to see in the last few years. And Desperados 3 is a finished product, polished to perfection. Game is optimized very well. It's bloody smooth. 10 out of 10. Game time, as the next section. It depends. It depends on what difficulty you play on. You go on easy, you'll finish the game in 5 hours if you know what you're doing. You go on hardest difficulty, Desperado difficulty. For your first playthrough, you'll finish the game within 20 to 25 hours or so. And that's campaign only. I did speedruns for 5 maps on Desperados 3 now, you can find them on my channel, and I'm the very first on the internet that has Desperado difficulty speedruns now. In other words, replay value is huge. You'll have Baron's challenges, campaign, achievements, and speedruns to chase. 10 out of 10 for game time. I'm still playing the game 8 days after its release. Next section, game difficulty. From easy to hard, AI is completely brain dead. That counts for easy to hard. And you should give a huge thanks to console sport for that. On Desperado difficulty, that's where the game shines the most. You are insta-spotted. Enemies' numbers are higher, reaction times are mega fast, and you cannot pause the game in Showtime mode, or better to say, you rarely use Showtime mod, Matrix mod, call it however you like. For easier difficulties, game feels lame and stupid, at least for me it does. Enemies are brain dead, you can run in their vision cones and they will take forever to spot you. The game is trial and error, so expect a lot of quick saves and quick loads, or better to say saves coming. To master one map only on Desperado difficulty without saving will take hours, if not days of practice. But that's how this game is supposed to be played. For those that hunt speedruns and achievements, there is a huge challenge that Desperados 3 offers on Desperado difficulty. For those who want to have fun with campaign, Desperados 3 offers an easy way out also, with a lot of saves coming and of course a lot of easier difficulties. For example, in Wanted Dead or Alive there was only the default difficulty, and you could only dream of running past enemies without being spotted. Running was also producing sound. Desperados 3 is more forgiving on players, so my score for game difficulty will be 9 out of 10, just because of Desperado difficulty, because I loved it. Maps and graphics as the next section. Amazing. It's absolutely amazing design of maps, mini-map, mission retrospective in the entire UI. Everything is bloody great. It's clear, it's fast, graphics are gorgeous. You'll visit New Orleans, railroads, bridges, swamps, docks, canyons. I mean, all you expect from the Wild West is there. 10 out of 10. The game really looks and feels good. Next section is gameplay, the most important part. What do you do in this game? You'll sneak in 50% of cases, 40% goes to strategizing and planning your next moves, and 10% goes to killing, shooting, looting, and raging. Gameplay is fun. That's the most important thing. It's very fun. It's fluent, fast, smooth, and it's addicting. It's all you expect from a Commandos-like genre game. 10 out of 10. Leveling and itemization. There is no leveling and there are no items in this game. Funny for 2020, eh? Well, it's old school. You're max level from the start. You'll get your 5 skills per character on 5 characters, and that would be 25 skills to use and combine along the way. Options are numerous. It's your pick what you wanna do. Items, there is only ammo to loot, but in 99% of cases I use traps and melee kills, so even ammo is completely useless. You'll shoot like 2 times in total per map on average, if you know what you're doing. If not, you're gonna shoot non-stop, but that breaks the game concept entirely. 5 out of 10 for leveling and itemization. Next section, NPCs and enemies. Solid, but a bit ruined main protagonist, but everyone else shines. Kate is quite the same from Wanted Dead or Alive. Duck is very similar also. I love Duck in this game, probably the most, him and Hector. 2 new companions are Hector and Isabel. Hector is bloody hilarious and probably one of my favorite characters from Desperados universe, from all games. He really brings a lot of humor and life in Desperados 3. Isabel, dear God with Isabel. When Isabel, it feels like she fell from some other planet or from some other game in Wild West here, you know. She's OP, she's the fastest, the strongest in the game, and on top of that they gave her mind control and chain skills on kills. She ruins the entire concept of Desperados world. I don't know whose idea was to put high fantasy in such a realistic presentation of Wild West. I would rather see Sam instead of Isabel, to be honest. Enemies, they come in 3 different types: regular gunmen and thugs, ponchos that are a bit smarter than thugs, and long coats that were a pain in the ass to kill on Desperado difficulty. I don't know about easier difficulties, they're probably far easier. With addition of some guard dogs, believe it or not, that's all from enemies. It's a realism. A very realistic stealth game till Isabel appears and shits on realism. What I also noticed, compared to Wanted Dead or Alive, Desperados 3 is somehow more, I don't know how to put this, polite game, with less bad words and curses from enemies, a lighter environment, different tone maybe. That's a downgrade. Main villain is a huge spoiler, but he is quite cool though, and I don't want to spoil him. I like the main villain. 6 out of 10 for NPCs and enemies. Last section is music and sound. Amazing music. Main theme is probably the best main theme I heard since Divinity Original Sin 2 main theme. There are no words to describe how good the main theme is, and it comes in 4 different versions also. Don't get me wrong, all songs in the game are pure perfection, and I see no other game this year that can beat Desperados 3 music. Voice acting is superb on all characters. The only thing I hated is a teenage voice for John Cooper, the main protagonist. Sound effects are perfection also. I'll give it 10 out of 10, even if I'm disappointed with Cooper's voice actor. Conclusion. We got 75 points in 9 sections, and that would be 8.3 out of 10 for Desperados 3. I had a lot of fun, but I'll never replay campaign for sure. The only thing I have fun with now is speedruns. This game was made for speedruns. All in all, to summarize, it's a bit worse, just by a bit, than Desperados Wanted Dead or Alive, but even like that, it's a huge Game of the Year contender. Don't let the final score fool you. I rarely give high numbers when I rate games. This is a great game. It's worth every penny. Gameplay is just brutal, graphics are amazing, music is fantastic. Failure or innovation and story are what costed this game 9 or 10 out of 10 in my eyes. So should you buy the game? Yes, do not wait for sale. This game comes once on every 5 years or so in this genre. And this is a just absolutely amazing game. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.
For now.